See, I didn't remember that, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here with these 2 tutorials. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Comic Fire, and welcome back to the internment facility in Digital Devil Saga 2. Sweet. Let's get rolling. In the last episode, we got Roland. And now we're getting rolling. I like this guy. Anyway, he is, instead of the vendor in the first game, now this guy follows you around town. And he's just a way to bring Mad Marts around the world. Now I think every 100 $100 you spend is a point. Because we got 4,000 and now we have 40 points. And that's buying and selling. And you can get some neat stuff once you cap out, but it's all super expensive and money's hard enough to come by in this game. Generally, I spend most of my money on magic reads. And mantras. But it's mostly to help the grinding by getting magic reads around. Anyway, Cielo is still really well balanced, which doesn't lead itself well to DPS, but still, it's better in this game than it was in the first game. Alright, Roland, let's see what you got. And now we see Roland's avatar, Indra. Now, like Cielo, it's an electrical one, which means Cielo and Indra both resist electricity. But while Cielo is only weak to ailments, Indra is also weak to Earth. Well, Indra isn't weak to elements, Indra is weak to Earth. So now we finally have an Earth weak Atma avatar. And Indra is more of a physical fighter, though its initial mantras seem to be very well balanced, getting most of the elements. I saw we had Agi and Bufu. I think we have Zio as well. I don't know if we had Zan, and we definitely didn't have Terra. But we didn't need Zan and Terra, because we have Gale and Arch. Alright, I hope you enjoyed seeing Indra, because I'm never using him again. Much like Heat in the first game, I don't really find a use for Indra here, because again, my setup is more Magic Nuke, and it's always been Magic Nuke. The only game where I didn't go full Magic Nuke was, well, no, I haven't played Nocturne. Once I go Nocturne, I understand that physical is the way to go. Is there another game where I went full physical? You didn't really have a choice in any of the Devil Summoner games, because your character couldn't use magic. Elemental bullets, though, those were nice. And the first 2 SMTs. SMT4 seemed to definitely favor magic, but if you were going to use like physical and stuff, it still favored dexterity over strength. Because skills and guns used dexterity, and only physical attacks used strength, and those sucked. Unless you got like a spear that could hit like 3 or 4 times. Anzu is weak to electricity. I didn't know that. I really can't think of another SMT where I went full physical. Or really games where I go full physical. I guess in Pokemon I do favor physical assault over special assault. I think it's more fun. Except for Magcargo. I definitely like having my Shell Smash, Focus Sash, Magcargo. Those lava plumes are dangerous, man. But I feel like physical skills just don't do the job. Well, I suppose in Devil Survivor 1, Deathbound was an insane skill, and Multi-Strike was borderline overpowered if they didn't repel. Like, there's very few elemental repel skills in some games. I was about to say, this game's full of them, but this game just has so many skills I don't even know what to do with them. Now, these things appear to resist elemental skills in general, so it might just be a better idea to go physical on it. Even in Nier, it really favored spamming things like Dark Lance and Dark Hand at first over physical skills. Though in the end, when you were strong enough, it was just faster to go spam your spear. Now, to progress through the dungeon, we go down there, but I wanted to show this off. We can try some field hunting. It's like the first game, we run around as Varuna. And you just mash square, and you hit small demons. And the more you kill, I think... I don't know the science behind killing them, but like you kill a certain amount, I think, and then Mutamas pop up. And then when Mutamas pop up, you can fight them and devour them and get insane amounts of AP and experience. True! Excuse me. True! Once again. You ever get those sneezes that just like clear out your chest? I feel as free as a bird now. I kind of like the ability to run around as the demon. Like, that just strikes me as wacky cool. And here we fight 4 Aramitamas, and they are weak to ice. This is the one time I wish I brought Indra in here. I think here, if you just put the fear of God into them, you're just supposed to spam Devour on them. Because they're just going to buff up their stats to insane levels to a point where you're just going to miss over and over and over again. And then when you do manage to hit them, you're doing jack shit, so Devour probably works a lot better, and I really wish I tried it here instead of just letting all 4 of them escape. I don't really think I get a chance to, actually. At least we still got a ton of AP for that. Less so than if we'd actually eaten or killed one, but... hey, you know. Better than a sharp stick in the eye. I wonder if anyone's ever actually gotten a sharp stick to the eye. I was running in the woods at night once, and I got a twig lodged into my eye socket, like in the corner. You ever pull something out of your eye socket that shouldn't be there? It's kind of scary. It didn't mess up my eyes or anything, so I didn't care. These things might be earth weak, I don't know. Because it was the only element I didn't really have at the time. Which means I really should... I don't know, it pays to have a much more diverse amount of elements in this game. Which is why I said I need to grind off screen. Because I'm at a good spot where I can. But I've only found like 3 or 4 good grinding spots in this entire game, so... maybe I just need to study it up more. See, I wasn't really paying attention at the time because I was in a Skype call with my friend while recording this, and I thought one of the guys here got a skill. Well, on my team, that is. Now in that fight, I devoured some enemies and Surf got a stomachache, so I had to use Ache D to get rid of it. Here we have a new enemy, Oribas. They are fire horses. So we might as well eat one. Or heal up, that's equally as good. It also makes the same noises as Harley's avatar in the first game. What was that called? Hayagriva. Yo, in Quantum Devil Saga, Hayagriva was weird. It wasn't even like a fire zebra, it was some weird gelatinous mass of glut. We have 2 more Aura bosses, because this is the fight for whatever item was in that rare thing. I wonder if it's reusable, actually, because it seems like an awful lot of work for just one thing. Let's see, looking it up. I don't think it's reusable. Nope, it's not. It's a one-time use. You get a Dikaja rock. Which is just a one-time use of Dikaja. Which is nice if you don't have the skill, but I think you can buy them later. I think that was Cielo, because he sounded like he did before he got the Jamaican accent. Anyway, I knew I missed one, so I was probably screwed if I stayed in that fight. I haven't saved in a bit, so no thank you. Wonder what skill I picked up. I think it's another stun. Because I think we're still fighting Anzus, who can spam Stun Needle. Not my favorite skill in the game. Yeah, that is either Rust or Blood. Finally, a large Karma Terminal. I don't think we've seen one in this game besides the first one in the first area. think maybe I should go back. And random encounter. Fortunately, that just means I get more magic and vitality. So in addition to having a fuckload of MP, I'm also getting a decent amount of HP. And further in we go. Let's just go a little further down. Purple lights are weird. You don't really see many of those. I don't remember that, like, Code Black Mountain Dew. Yo, Skeletor, can you stop thrusting at me? Alright, let's take him on. Come on, Kim Banda. We're like dumb Panda. Lol, JK, scripted fight. There's nothing you can do against Kim Banda. Yeah, what else can we do? Try to escape through the toilet? It's from metal walls. It's not like Shawshank Redemption from the little bit I understand about it from that Family Guy episode where they did Stephen King movies and little shorts. That was a really good episode. I can feel you. Sure. Kim Banda was right there. How did you not get spotted? Anyway, now it's sort of a escape game. Kim Banda is going to follow you. And he's still going to move even when you're talking. It doesn't pause Kim Banda. And you always need to keep a look out for him, because if you don't, you're going to trigger a fight with him. And he's not stupid. If he sees you coming this way, he's going to turn around and start following you, and if you go directly into his line of sight or get super close to it, he's going to start running at you. And he also seems to correct his path if he gets stuck, too. So the best thing to do is just keep trying to throw him off, even though he's going to stay hot on your tail. And if he catches up to you while you're talking to someone, it's still going to trigger the fight. It's a real kick right in the dick. He was close. But how do you have that stuff if this solar noise didn't kick up? I just remember this hasn't been a 15-year event. I thought it's been like 5 years, so he's been eating people for 10 years prior to that. And anyway, now it's just get to the door. Like I said, he's not stupid, so fortunately this time he won't run at you. That pauses everything. And now we can go to the second floor. Instead of following you right down, he decides to just hop over the edge because he's cool. Now's when it gets a little trickier because there's going to be like screen doors, and you can't get past those. So now you need to really think about where you're running or you're going to get screwed over. This one isn't too hard either, but... you're still in danger if he gets you. God, you can feel him pounding as he gets closer. He's right there. I love the Star Wars joke. Ugh. And you can, like, feel his breath on your neck when he does that. Fortunately, he's not incredibly fast. And he got me right there! That was a kick straight in the penis. And he's going to Black Bind. As well as attack, which hurts a ton. I don't think he can wipe you out unless your entire party is almost dead, but don't risk it. But if you get caught, you just get thrown in here. So the only penalty for getting caught is really just an annoyance. The farther down you get, Kim Banda doesn't come back up. Like, let's just say, now, he's not going to be up here. But when we come down to Cell Block 2, he's going to be there. Using that ration was completely useless, considering he dealt 90-something damage, almost 100 damage alone just by hitting me, so only getting up to 90 wasn't doing me any good. Boy, he must be heavy. Gross. And again, that was me not paying attention. Now's when it gets really tricky. If you step in those, you get paralyzed for a few seconds. I find it's just as good to walk right into them because they tend to be on every corner, so they're almost inescapable anyway. And waiting for them takes as long for them to, as if you just waited for them to disappear, so... So it's not ideal, but sometimes it warps you a little forward, so if you catch it, like, on the tail end of its effects, it might actually be more beneficial, because it zooms you closer faster than you can run anyway. Now's when it gets super difficult. Because there's a lot more screen doors, and it starts out like that, with the, purple haze. Fortunately, he's all the way over there. But screen door. Fortunately, he didn't seem to bolt after us that time. Ew. We're just gonna lug that around with us. And who hides a keycard underneath? Oh, yeah. And this is the worst, because he's not going to move until you trigger him to move, but you have to get very close for him to get triggered. And this haze is making it very difficult as well. So it's mostly trying to play around the screen doors while he's running at you, dealing with the haze. And it took me several attempts, and I hope I edited more of them out than I think I did. Oh yeah, I edited out a ton. This is the winning attempt. He took out Gale and Surf on one of the ones I cut out, and left only... No, he cut out Surf and Cielo, leaving only me, Gale alive. Waiting around for the haze to disappear the first time before triggering him the first time is probably your best bet. Otherwise, you're just going to have just barely enough time to be able to do everything. He was hot on my tail there. Fortunately, that's the last one. Kim Banda isn't going to come down here. But there are random encounters down here, so if he screwed you up after catching you a few times, be careful. Get another blue diamond. This when we actually got items. Just a couple of delays. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here. Next time, let's finish up with Kim Banda.